too heavy?
So after taking those pictures, I've stripped off all the outer leaves that weren't necessary and put it on the scale to see how much they weigh, because this year I am weighing pretty much everything so I can get a rough idea of how much I have. So this one is 50, a little over 50 ounces. That's the nice, beautiful big one with pretty shiny green, nice round head. This one's a little smaller at 43.91 and the little guy at 35.9. I do have one more Brunswick cabbage outside, but it's still very much happy and healthy and growing, and it's still quite small, so I'm gonna leave it for a while. So what I do is, I have a page in my journal for keeping track of how much I get of everything, so I wrote these down here, and when my sticky note fills up, I just add up how much I have on each line and start a new one. And then after I've finished for this year, I'll write it in permanently in the back of my journal so I can reference it in the future. So after taking our pictures, I mentioned I stripped off all the excess leaves, so I need to take those to the compost. Here's that little baby that's still a bit small, growing pretty happily. And speaking of babies, I discovered another thing when I pulled these out. Anybody want to guess what that is? No. It's a rabbit nest. There's a baby rabbit in there. I see him twitch and hiccup every once in a while. So, I figure since I've moved the cover, his mommy will probably move him at some point. I'll just leave him alone and see what happens. This gorgeous purple one is really happy, but I think it could get a bit bigger, so I'm gonna leave that one there too. I don't actually have a wheelbarrow. Probably ought to get one of those at some point. But for the time being, this wagon does the trick.